Well, hello folks, it's me, it is, I'll try and get the date right. Well, I've got my computer here so I can see it is the 29th of July 2022. Now, as you can see, I've got my bed settee out here in my lounge because I slept down here last night because I've been messing around with this more outside and around my house and inside the house, and I've discovered that the levels inside the house, especially upstairs, have shot up. And I thought, right then, when I go up there now, if I'm up there too long, sitting around, because I used to go up there on my computer in the room above the dining room there, which is kind of in the middle of the house, and even though it's not too bad up there, it was out, now I've slept down here tonight on this bed settee and my headaches have subsided. I'm still dizzy because I was bloody dizzy anyway. I was dizzy before I had my strokes, but but I still feel dizzy, and I've had early nights the last few nights because I've had so bad headaches, and I've been getting up earlier because I've been having early nights, obviously. So I'm getting moving a bit faster. It's 25 past 9 now. I was up about 8 o'clock, and I thought, yeah, the reason I slept down here, like I say, was because upstairs those radiation levels are higher. Like, where are we eating? I'll start downstairs. Now, when the downstairs loo, it's right at the back of the house, it's 0. So I'm thinking, maybe I should live in the loo. You come into the kitchen, it's approaching 10 millivolts. In the video I did on Wednesday, I talk a bit more about the millivolts, so I'll keep it short, and you know where I'm coming from if you look at that. Now as I walk through the hall from the kitchen through up to here in the lounge here, it rises up to 340 millivolts. Now in the lounge, if I'm down here when I'm laid on the bed here, it's pretty low. It's anything from 1 to 25 millivolts, which is quite low. But I say when I stand up, and depends on the axis of this thing, it's a 3-axis RF field strength meter. And if I move around the room, it goes up. Like, it's still fairly low there at the moment, but it fluctuates. And earlier on I was messing around, I stood up and I was higher up and all that, and it got up to 3,000 at one point. But look at now round here, it's looking there, that's it did get up there, it's 600 for a minute there. Oh no, sorry, it's 40, but it did get up to a couple of hundred at some point. Depends on the axis. So generally though, in this room, I'll just stand up a minute, get a little. It's quite low generally, which is good, because like I said the other day, I feel much safer here, because but upstairs, I say in my middle room, sorry, in the bedroom up above here, facing north here, and there's there's a cell tower, well there's 2 now actually, at Shanklin Station, which is north of here, and I think one of them is a fairly new one, because I couldn't remember seeing it years back, but I looked out there last year, or was it the year before, and I said, what's that there, because I could see lights at night on it. And anyway, next day I looked over and I think, bloody hell, it's a cell tower, the top of it I could see. You see the white bit on the top, the 5G doodah thing. And I think, where's that? And I went out driving around, so yeah, it must have been about 2017, 18. And I finally found it, because difficult to find, didn't it? And I found out it's right next to the railway line at Shanklin Station. But anyways, that is I can see it outside of my bedroom window up there. Not from here I can't, because I'm lower down, I've got houses opposite me. And I'm thinking, oh right. And yes, so I'm getting, like in the front bedroom, at the moment it's up to 300 millivolts. The mid bedroom's up to 200 millivolts, which is that's risk level 3, 2, 3 way. You know, I spoke about risk levels over there the other day, and it also depends on the axis of this thing. But basically, now I'm going to be sleeping down here because my headaches have subsided. I do get a lot of sinus headaches and stuff, which but it's not the only factor with my headaches. I know for a fact, and I'm sure of it now, that these electromagnetic fields, microwave radiation, is aggravating it. And as I'm a stroke patient, it's not doing me a lot of good at all. So I don't know, I'll see how we go along over the coming weeks. But I think I'm going to be sleeping down here, unless I can find a way of protecting myself up there. You know, like lead line and the bloody wall or something, you know. But then you got your windows, haven't you? What do we do there? Put lead shutters on them and close them down, you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. But it's not funny really, you know. But all I'm saying is, yes, I've checked Ventnor and I've checked here in Shanklin. I spoke yesterday, I was talking about the cell towers on top of Shanklin Theatre. I know I said Ride Theatre, but I mean it's obvious I meant Shanklin Theatre. I meant Shanklin, but there you go. And I know I wouldn't want to be living around there. I wouldn't want to be living around the Commodore Theatre in Ride. They've got cell towers on top of there. They've got a massive monster right behind Lake, up in Lake there on the heights, you know, where they're all going in there and swimming and doing their exercises and lifting their weights, and the Sandown Health Centre's right next to it. So God knows, I was there, what, about, I was still driving, must have been 2017 or something, and the out on the road there, it's an hot spot, the readings were high, so I don't know what they are now, but I'll be checking these things out. I'll be getting around the island a bit now and doing more checking, because it's got serious, because they've upped the power. I was talking to an engineer one day who was on that gantry next to the Heights Leisure Centre, behind the Heights Leisure Centre, and I said to him, I said, are you safe up there? He said, oh yeah, my things tell me I'm alright. I'm thinking, well, mine isn't. So they've given him some kind of Geiger counter. I don't think. But anyway, I said, well, I'm getting really high readings here. You know, I was up in the thousands of millivolts. And he said, well, this is only on half power at the moment. I said, well, he said, yeah, you won't be getting 5G down on the island for another couple of years at least. But now the power is up. And I went, at that time I went in the Vodafone shop in Newport, and I said, oh, I said, how you doing 5G? He said, well, it's 4G plus at the moment, which is obviously higher power, but they really took the power up now. And like I say, it's serious. Just from the cell towers, if you can't walk around the street without being bombarded with 7,000 millivolts, you know, where can you walk? That's serious. You need down in dips. I mean, here I'm down in a dip, and I think that is protect me quite a lot, because I've got a lot of houses and walls around us and everything, you know. And I say downstairs in my house here, I feel quite safe. But anyways, when I went upstairs, I've brought my computer and everything down here now. I'm on the Ethernet with the yellow cable and the telephone copper wire. You know, I'm not in Wi-Fi. So, you know, it's comparatively safe where I am here. I know when I go upstairs I start feeling dizzy a bit, you know, but with my condition, moving around can make me feel like that anyway, but it gets worse if I'm upstairs for too long. And like I say, these headaches have subsided now. I'm just light-headed like I usually am now with this stroke condition. But, you know, I spoke a bit more about the precautions I've been taking and since I had my strokes and stuff, you know, and I think I more or less keep myself in a steady situation. But obviously if I'm getting into this these fields and stuff too much. It's not doing me a lot of good, so I'll be taking more precautions after I've done a lot more checking out of these fields outdoors and in pubs and in public places and everywhere. I said a bit about that on Wednesday. It's only a little bit further down my timeline if you want to have a look at it. It is now 9:33, so I'll put this. I'll upload this memory card onto here because I say I don't live stream or anything, and so when this will go up, I don't know. It took a while for the other one to upload the other day, up to a couple of hours I think it was. But anyway, this one might be a bit shorter, but I'll babble on a bit, and the time runs away with itself. But like I say, we've got to get a moratorium on this 5G, and we've got to ban Wi-Fi in public places, especially in schools, for Christ's sake. I mean, the kids have been bathed in it, you know, all the time they're at school. It's just beyond belief, really. It beggars belief, but there you go. Axis, I mentioned Axis. Axis, bold as love. Bold as love. I am bold as love. Yeah? Right. What am I turning off? Not that. That! I'm turning that off.